All you gotta do is just post that content and take risks. Hey, can you post 8 videos in 2 days and put the link in your bio? What? For free? Just go to Amazon and buy you a tripod, sit that phone camera up, girl, and film your YouTube video, baby. No excuses at all. Hey guys, it's Glamour Effect. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, you guys, I am going to be giving you the tea. I'm going to be putting the girls on, okay? I'm going to be going over my DJI camera settings, what I use to edit, how I edit, email templates, how to reach out to brands, baby, how to get paid off of brand deals as a micro-influencer, baby. I'm giving you guys all of it, okay? Now, if you're watching this video right now and you're an aspiring content creator, or if you're already a content creator and you like, oh girl, you finna spill the tea, and is. Okay, y'all, so we got a lot to cover, but first things first, baby, let me reintroduce myself. Y'all know me. My name is Charmaine, and girl, I'm about to be 27 in a couple of days, girl. Not literally, like 30 days, but still, I'm about to be 27 years old, guys. I am a Capricorn. I've been a content creator since October 17th, 2022. Baby, I remember the date because it's important, y'all. Know the date that y'all started doing this stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I got that date locked into my calendar. That is the day I started creating very seriously. I'm saying seriously because I tried it once and I wasn't consistent, and now I am. Now, I am not a full-time content creator yet, but your girl will be one day, okay? But right now, I am a marketing director, and it just makes sense, y'all. It really just makes sense. If y'all have not watched my Spend a Day with me as a marketing director, baby, just pause this video real quick. Go to my page, scroll down, watch my marketing director vlog because it's tea, and then come on back. But it's enough about me, guys. I don't want to talk too much because I'm ready to spill the tea. Let's go. So I want to talk about how to land brand deals as a micro-influencer, both gifted and paid. So when it comes to working with brands, there's a lot that goes into it. You can definitely just scroll on TikTok and type in brands that work with micro-influencers. Yeah, you can do that. But first, you want to make sure when you are working with brands or reaching out to brands or brands reach out to you, you want to, how do I say this? You want to collaborate with brands that match your niche. Is that how you say it? I think it's niche or niche, but y'all know what I mean. So with me, I'm fashion, beauty, lifestyle, vlogs, like all of that. So I'm not gonna work with a brand that's like a toothpaste brand. Like I'm not gonna work, that's not reflecting my content. So of course, if a makeup brand reaches out to me, a clothing brand or accessory brand or a shoe brand or something like that, like that fits my niche. So those are the brands I'm gonna respond to. So there's definitely been some brands that I've declined that was like, buddy, like this doesn't represent anything that I'm doing. I definitely had like some workout brands where you could like have like drink a supplement or something like that. I don't do workout stuff. So it didn't really match with the aesthetic of my channel, so I declined it. Now I know there are some lists out there with brand names that do work with micro-influencers. Like I think Glossier is one of them. Ruby Kisses is one of them. I'm trying to think of any more off the top of my head. I heard Elf possibly works with micro-influencers as well, but it's all about you and how you reach out. How is your content going? Are you posting? If you reach out to a brand and you posted last year, June 25th, they're gonna be like, what you reaching out for? Because you don't have any content out. Now, when it comes to actually reaching out to brands, make sure that you're reaching out to brands that you actually would work with. Like for me, like I would love to work with Juvia's Place. I would love to work with Elf, House Labs. Like I actually would want to work with these people. Rare Beauty, baby. Look at me trying to shoot my shot. Now, when you're reaching out to brands, that initial email should automatically sell them. In that email, you should tell them why you want to work with them, why they should work with you, da-da-da-da-da. But I do have an email that I kind of want to read out to you guys as a little example, because I actually reached out to a jewelry brand and I actually got a brand deal with them because I reached out. So let me tell you what I said. And y'all feel free to pause this video, take some notes, whatever you gotta do so that you know exactly what to say in your first initial email. So this is what I said to them. Hi, brand name. My name is Naomi Charmaine. I am a content creator and influencer passionate about beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. I came across brand name and I love the elegant, timeless pieces that your brand offers. I believe your jewelry would align perfectly with my audience who enjoy classy and feminine styles. I said I previously collaborated with a jewelry brand multiple times, creating both YouTube and TikTok content that performed very well and resonated with my followers. Here are a couple links of my past jewelry collaborations for your reference. Now that's a bonus. I didn't have to add that, but I felt like it was a little something so they could see like, okay, I'm not just saying that, baby, here's the content, here's the proof to show you how I can promote your brand. Y'all see? Y'all see? Thank you so much for your time and consideration. I look forward to the possibility of working together. So that was my little email pitch, and they actually did want to work with me, y'all. So it's really all about reaching out and just giving it a shot. Like, I definitely had a lot of no's, baby. Baby, I had no's. I had a lot of no's. So one thing about being in this influencer world, you're gonna get told no, but you gotta be okay with being told no, because you are gonna get some yeses, but you gotta shoot your shot. That's all you gotta do. So let's talk about media kits real quick. I did mention a little while ago about me attaching a media kit in the email that I sent to the brand that I wanted to work with. And creating a media kit can be really easy. I'm going to make sure that I put my media kit somewhere on the screen, but making a media kit is really easy because Canva has it all the graphics, all of everything, thumbnails, whatever, they have it all. Canva actually has media kits, and all you have to already created. So all you have to do is go in, plug in your picture, plug in your stats, you put your followers in there, put brands that you worked with in the past so they see that you've worked with companies, put a short bio in there as well so they know who they're working with. Put everything on your media kit that you would want a brand to know. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't always attach my media kit unless I feel like, okay, I do kind of want them to see brands that I worked with in the past. Now, as a micro-influencer, I do think that media kits should be made. So if you are out there and you're a micro-influencer or you are wanting to be a content creator, I definitely suggest tonight to working on your media kit. Go on canva.com, create you a little account. It's free unless you get Canva Pro, but I don't even think you need a Canva Pro to create a media kit. Just get one of the little free ones and insert your picture, insert your followers, insert the About Me section. And once you create it, make sure you save it on your phone, your laptop, your iPad. That way, if you do get an email, you'll always have quick access to send that baby right over. So when it comes to filming content, you also have to be organized. I use an app called Notion. Notion is this app where you can create different templates and everything. And I've created a content creator organizer, I guess. So I basically dump all my YouTube ideas, my TikTok ideas in my planner, and I can put what date I want to film it. I can jot down little notes in there as well if I need to kind of figure out how I'm going to plan, set up, or da-da-da-da-da. But it's a great way to organize your content. If you don't use Notion, you can use your notes app, your phone. As long as you have something where you can store your ideas at, you just gotta have somewhere to store your ideas, okay? So you can stay organized, you can stay on top. Even if you put it in your calendar and say, hey, this date is when I need to make sure I'm filming my video. Stay organized and make sure you have your ideas put somewhere. Now, filming in public, it's scary, but nobody cares. And it takes, we're just so in our head about everything, and I really was too. And I kind of still am. It really depends on where I'm at. But I definitely feel like I got a lot better. You're just worrying about okay, I'm trying to get this really cute aesthetic, content shot, and this girl's looking at me like, what the heck are you doing? It's really scary, but you gotta get over it. That's really just the only solution. You just gotta get over it. And it's crazy to say, but I feel like this camera actually kind of helped me get over the whole shy girl filming content in public thing. Mainly because you can put a magnet on the back of the camera, so I really could just you know, stick that sucker up when I'm in the store or something and just walk real quick and get my little aesthetic shot and then hurry up, run back and take the thing down. The magnet really helps when I'm shopping because I can just stick it to the shopping cart and then just do what I gotta do. And then if you're looking at my basket, then maybe you nosy. So just like little things like that, like this camera definitely did kind of help me get more out of my like shy content filming era, because it's just small, it's compact, it's just not loud and out there. So if you can invest in the DJI, I definitely think it's a perfect investment because it's just so cute and it just doesn't attract all that attention. So over time, girl, trust me, you'll get over it. So one of my subscribers did ask me, how do I even like balance working a 9 to 5 and filming content? Dedication is the answer. Now, I do have a pretty lenient job. I work in the office only 2 days out of the week. So that means I have 3 days that I work at home. So my job is pretty lenient. So I use all the time I can get. Even if I film something real quick on my break, or my boss is pretty chill, so I bring my vlogging camera sometimes and kind of shoot like a day in the life, as I did from my marketing director job. I just take advantage of any time that I can get to make sure that I'm like staying on top of my content, whatever I can do. Now I do have days, baby, where I'm like, girl, I'm tired. I don't feel like filming nothing. I'm done, okay? I do try to make sure, even if I do have those days, I do give myself grace and allow myself to rest, but baby, we'll be doing tomorrow. You know, so dedication, prioritizing, making sure that you know, like, okay, this week, I'm not going a whole week without filming no content, but I will give myself a rest day. Just dedication and prioritizing, you know, what's important. And if you really want it, baby, you're gonna make time for it. So even if you do have a job where you're behind the desk, or you out there working wherever, or you're a nurse or a doctor or whatever, just find time. You know, I don't know everybody's schedules out there, but just fine tune what's gonna work for you. If you work nights, then yeah, I know you want to sleep all day, but you got content to film. So, you know, get up, shoot some content, then go back to sleep before you go to work. So really just dedication, guys. Okay, so quality. Y'all, I literally be getting so many comments on the quality of my videos, guys. Like, oh my gosh, and I just edit my videos and I'm just like, oh, this is just a good video. But y'all are like, yes, baby, the quality is tea. And I'm like, really, girl? So let me give y'all the tea on the quality. So like I said, I do use the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I'm actually using it right now, so I won't be able to show you guys all the settings, but I am going to put maybe somewhere on the screen or in the description down below what settings I use on my DJI camera. And let me know in the comment section below if you have any other questions on what settings I use on my camera. But I don't do too much, guys. I think it really is just the editing. So yeah, so I'll make sure I list all my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 settings. I'll probably just list it in the description down below. Okay, so let's talk editing. When I do edit, first things first, I use Capcut, okay? Now, Capcut, I've been using ever since I started YouTube, and I probably will use Capcut for a long time. Now, I know some people are out there using Final Cut Pro, and I heard it's literally the best, and it's a good $300 investment. But if you don't want to spend the $300, go ahead and just spend the $9.99 for Capcut Pro. Okay, now Capcut does offer a lot, but it's really limited with just the regular Capcut. But girl, just spend that $9.99 a month and get Capcut Pro because it has a lot of features that are really, really good. Now, I do play around with the settings depending on the video, because I don't know if you noticed, but on TikTok and everything, a lot of people are saying like with the DJI, you do have to like color grade when you edit because it kind of washes you out. And that is true. So when I do edit, it's a really good camera, as y'all know. But when I do edit, I do like make my skin, like I play around with my skin tone a little bit just so that it brings some color back to my face, because baby, it completely like washes you out, I can tell you that. But it's still a really good camera. All you got to do is just, you know how to kind of like tweak and edit. So yes, I do play with like clarity a little bit. I'm trying to think of what I do sometimes use auto adjust to kind of brighten the video just a little bit. But Capcut be taking it too far, because when I click the little check mark, it'll take it all the way up to 85, and I don't need that much auto. So I take it down to literally sometimes like 10. So just play around with the features, guys, and just see what works with your quality video. And also know that before I had the DJI, before I had the Sony camera, I used my iPhone. One of my YouTube videos that got 5,000 views was one I filmed on my iPhone. That was the first year I started doing YouTube, and so the quality wasn't like perfect, but it was perfect enough. I don't remember what phone I had back then, but nowadays, baby, just grab your iPhone. Now, I do have the iPhone 17, but baby girl, 16, 15, 14, as long as you put your camera settings on 4K and 60 and always film with your back camera and wipe that junk off, you have a good quality video, girl. Just go to Amazon and buy you a tripod, sit that phone camera up, girl, and film your YouTube video, baby. No excuses at all. Now, I know everybody's editing and personality is different, but I feel like nowadays people just like that calm, cool, collected content, okay? Like we don't want like this big old font. We don't want these crazy transitions to where it's transition to the next slide and it's a whole book flipping up. Like, we don't want all that, baby. We like really aesthetic, quick transitions, really cute, dainty, like little fonts. Like, we love all of that, okay? So when you are editing, just keep in mind as well, like, don't go overboard. Even with transitions, I usually try to keep my transitions the same. So sometimes I'll do like I'll do the left slide a lot. I do the left slide a lot, and then sometimes on like my big dramatic transitions, I may do like the glare, and these are all in Capcut, and these are what they're called. Glare 2, and then left is literally what it's called. You don't want to bore the people with having 85 different transitions in your videos. All right, y'all, so I saved the best one for last, y'all. The most important part of the video, probably why y'all clicked on here. How to make actual money as a micro influencer. Let me sit up. When I started my YouTube journey, I remember the first brand that I ever worked with. It was a gifted collab, but I worked with Inspiration Co. And it's like a custom bracelet brand or whatever. And I was so excited to work with them, girl, because it was my first brand. And I was just excited to film content, and actually really just excited to just get the free stuff. So yeah, I definitely started off with gifted collabs. And gifted collabs are great. I mean, I guess it just depends on what you feel is worth it. But you never know, because gifted collabs can turn into paid brand deals. So I wouldn't say that every gifted collab is necessary, but the ones that you can see potential in and ones that you actually would want to work with, take the gifted collabs that actually make sense and that you actually would use on a day-to-day. After Inspiration Co., I think I had like a couple of like wig brand. Now the wig companies be taking it too far. They'd be like, hey,
can you post 8 videos in 2 days and put the link in your bio? What? For free?
I accepted the gifted collabs because, hey, you never know where you never know where it takes you. So I've worked with Icy Hair before. I worked with OQ Hair. So yeah, along the way, I worked with gifted collabs. So my first paid brand deal. Y'all, it caught me off guard, okay? Let me tell you. But before I get into that, y'all, I forgot to mention this. Make sure that you have a content email. How are the brands gonna reach out to you to work with you if you don't have your content email? And I know a lot of people are like, well, yeah, girl, duh. But some people really just don't know. So make sure you make a content email. Separate from your work email, separate from your personal email, go make a content email, okay? I personally like Outlook because I just feel like I use it for work and it just gives me more like professional vibes. So I use Outlook. I previously used Gmail and I don't know, like it just wasn't given, so I use Outlook. But anyways, make a content email and put it everywhere. Put it in your YouTube bio, put it in your Instagram bio, put it in your Beacons page, put it in your TikTok, put it everywhere so that nobody, because brands want to be able to have quick access to you. They want to be like, oh, her content is great, baby. With her email at, oh, right there. Boom, click the email and they emailed you. So make sure you have a content email, you guys. I cannot express that enough. No content email, no paid brand deals. Okay, so back to my first paid brand deal. So I got an email and they reached out to me. They reached out to me and said, hey, we want to work with you, girl. If you're willing to work with us, hey, check out our Instagram and then click this link below to go to the dashboard and pick out the pieces that you want. So girl, I go to the dashboard. I don't even really like, I don't even think I read the subject. I just seen like this brand. I was like, oh my God, yeah, someone work with y'all, girl. I looked them up and I was just like, okay. So I click on the dashboard link and I'm picking out the pieces I want. And I scroll down and it says proposal. I said, hold up, let me make sure that proposal is what I think it means. So I literally looked it up. Y'all, it's so embarrassing. But I looked it up and it meant payment. So I was like, oh my gosh. So I literally spent like 5 hours trying to figure out how much to charge them, okay? And we're gonna get into how much to charge after this, but I sent her my proposal. I was so nervous because I was like, I just don't know how much to charge them. I don't know if like, do I charge them less, you know, or do I charge a little bit more because, you know, I want to show my worth, you know? So yeah, I went back and forth, but long story short, they accepted it and I had my first paid brand deal and I was super excited. Oh, I was just so happy. So it's really a good feeling, guys. So as far as getting paid brand deals, all you got to do is just post that content and take risk. So now let's get into negotiating with these brands, okay? So yeah, I got my first paid brand deal by a brand reaching out to me, but negotiation is also a big part of getting paid brand deals. So I did have this one brand reach out to me, guys, and they wanted to do it for free. And it was more of like a relaxation product or whatnot. And I was like, okay, I mean, it's part of my niche lifestyle, like I'll do it. But I wanted to be compensated for it because they didn't really have like a huge following, but I know that I could get them some eyes. So they reached out to me and said, hey, like we'd love to see this free product. And I wrote back and said, hey, now this is one thing you want to make sure you do when you are negotiating with brands. I wrote back and I said, hey, you know, thank you for the sweet words. I would love to work with you guys. What is your budget for this collaboration? They gave me a price and it was still a little bit low for me. And so I said, hey, how about I match you here? And they gave it to me. One thing about it is don't be afraid to negotiate. Of course, don't ask for $5,000 when you only have 20 subscribers. Don't ask for $5,000 when you only got like 20 followers. Like they're gonna be like, girl, please. And it's okay to accept gifted collabs, but at the same time, like know your worth, okay? Content, people get paid for doing content every day, no matter how many followers they have. So if you feel like you should be getting paid for this brand deal, just ask. And there have been a couple of times where I did get shot down, but I still told myself, I said, you know what, Naomi, just do the gifted collab because you never know, like, they could pay you in the next brand deal. They may love the content that you make and then they want to pay you next. So it's completely up to you guys, but all I'm going to say is just know your worth. Don't be afraid to negotiate. Okay, so you guys are probably like, all right, Naomi, I get all that, but how do I know what to charge these brands? Baby, I got you. Now, there are a lot of different opinions when it comes to pricing for brands. Now, I did get this screenshot. I think I got it off like either TikTok or Twitter or something like that. But for so far, I feel like it's a pretty good like amount range on what to charge brands. So I'm gonna make sure I put this on the screen. But this, let me look at it too. So this is from 2024 and this girl created it on how much you should charge brands for a video. Now, I kind of use this list a little bit. Charge what you feel like your content is worth, but also keep it reasonable. But if you want something to look over and see kind of like what range you should charge based on how many followers you have, then I would suggest using that chart. I feel like it's a pretty decent chart. Like I'm looking at the rates and I'm like, I mean, yeah. So if y'all want to use that chart, take a screenshot and just use that as like a little guide on how you should charge brands. There's a lot that goes into this content thing, baby, and it's just, I just wanted to make sure that I told y'all everything that I had, all the knowledge that I had. Now, I am still a micro influencer. I know I probably left out some things and some details and stuff like that, but I really just kind of wanted to give you guys the basics. And These all are just like my opinion and my experiences, and I just wanted to share these with you. If you're watching this right now, baby, I hope that you land that paid brand deal real soon. Make sure you keep on posting. Make sure the quality is T. Make sure you reach out to brands and just shoot your shot, baby. If you ever commented on my video, I did go to my comment section. I was scrolling through all my comments, trying to make sure that I answered everybody's question in this video. So hopefully I answered everybody's question. If you have any additional questions or I missed a question, please comment in the comment section below, baby, and I'll be happy to answer. I am here. I'm here for the girls. I am the type of person, I just want everybody to win. Like, there's room enough for content creators. Like, all of us can win, baby. And I just, baby, it be people trying to do ebooks and stuff. Like, girl, no. I just want to keep it real with y'all and let y'all know what y'all can do to elevate your content, get paid, whatever you want, you got it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys took some notes. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section below. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Now go create some content, baby. Bye.